Yeah. Here we go. So we have about a minute left in warm-ups. Spartacats getting ready to take on Spartacats line up for opening face-off here against Fergus Falls. Third game of this Wayzata Warriors tournament. Base it. Pass up to Krisky. Cans has it, drops the pass, gets it back. Bowling able to hold the line, dumps it back down. Cans picks it up. Cans turns around. Turvold fires a shot. Puck comes back to Moline. Moline shoots. Covered by Fergus Falls. Puck goes back. Fergus Falls picks it up, gets it out of the zone. Puck comes out of the zone. Fergus Falls dumps it back in. Verstrat picks it up. Verstrat pass up. Tennis for Walker, picked up by Fergus Falls. Fergus Falls pass in front of that. Nobody's there. Weber picks up the puck. Puck. Fergus Falls takes it behind the net. Nelson goes in to pick it up in the corner. Pass back to Verstrat. Verstrat dumps it back down. Nelson picks it up. Puck comes back. Verstrat picks it up. Robinette in the corner. Fergus falls, picks it up. Otters take it up the ice. Cuts to the middle. Fires a shot, saved by Boyd. Another shot, another save. Bliss takes it. Gets it up to Bates. Bates trying to clear the zone. Bates picks up the puck. Pass up. Christie picks it up. Christie taken down. Cans has it in the corner. Nelson comes in, scoops up with the puck. Christie behind the net. Fergus falls. Pass up hot. Out of the zone. The Otters come in. Turvo picks up the puck. Pass up. Cans picks up the puck. Cans loses it. Fergus falls. Comes back down. Tries a shot. Save. Puck goes on behind the net. Wrap around. Stuffed by Boyd. Fergus falls. Pass out front. Intercepted by Bliss. Back to the defense. Shot. Wide. Another shot. Saved. Cans picks up the puck. Cans clears it. Defense fires a shot. Covered by Boyd. Moline gets to the boards. Bates. Offsides on Fergus falls. Puck comes back to Moline. Moline fires it ahead in the neutral zone. Back to Restrat. Restrat sends it down the ice. Fergus falls retreating. Tipped and out of play. Bates will take the face off. Weber comes in, pokes the puck away. Offside's called on Spartacats. Good shot. Shoots it up to the fall. Puck comes back to Moline. Moline looks up, tries to get it up to Weber. Nelson fires it off the boards. Call goes after it. Fergus falls, sends it into the corner. Restrat picks it up. Goal line. Tries to get it up to Weber. Weber steals it from Fergus Falls. Defense fires a shot. Saved by Boyd. Weber knocks it off the boards. Fergus Falls takes it the other way. Knocked away by McCall. Pass back to Bliss. Weber picks up the puck. Bliss battling along the sideboards. Robinette comes into sport. Robinette moves the puck back to Fergus Falls defense. Shot fired, tip, saved by Boyd. Rebound shot, save. Puck goes back to Robinette. Pass up to Weber. Weber carries it in the zone. Makes the move, sends it towards the net. Robinette goes behind the net to attack. Bliss holds the line. Fergus Falls takes it behind the net. Not able to get it out of the zone. Fires a shot. Wide of the net. Risky goes after it. Bliss picks up the puck. Brings it up ice. Intercepted by Fergus Falls. Makes the move. Saved by Boyd. Can sends it down the ice. We'll have an icing called against the Spartacats. Goes down, Turvold picks up the loose puck. Pass up to Bates. Bates brings it down the ice. Puck comes back. Hands, pass, back to Turvold. Turvold fires a shot, tip. Ooh, just high of the net. Krisky goes after it. Krisky picks it up, gets it over to Bates, back to Krisky. Bates has it. Bates fires a shot just wide of the net. Back. Turvold fires a shot. Tipped wide of the net. Krisky sends it low for Bates. Bates comes away with it. Swings it around the boards. Pass over. Fergus Falls. Skates around the girl. Fires a shot, saved by Boyd. Puck comes back. Krisky able to clear it. Stick lifted by Molin. Puck covered by Boyd. Double whistle here with 6:15 to go in the first period. First Falls fires another shot from the defense. Another save by Boyd. Nelson wins the draw. Puck comes back. Goes behind the net. Hall chases after it. Walker picks it up behind the net. Taken away by Fergus Falls. Walker battling for it. Nelson gets it. Pass up to McCall. McCall tries to get it up off the board. Fergus Falls comes away with it. Fergus Falls skating and circling. Shot saved by Boyd. Bates takes it. Fergus Falls fires a shot. Walker brings it around the boards. Up to Krisky. Krisky able to get it out. Up to Bates. Bates passes it to Robinette. Robinette loses it. Another shot goes behind the net. Puck comes out. Fergus Falls picks it up. Bates sends it back towards the net. Robinette battling in front. Offsides called against Fergus Falls. Fergus Falls picks it up. Skates down with it. Fires a shot, goes wide of the net. Bates sends it out of the zone. Krisky picks it up. Krisky comes in with speed. Bates picks it up. Bates comes around, fires it towards the net. Fires a shot sent wide by Boyd. Opens up. Krisky has the puck. Pass up to Cans. Fergus Falls goes the other way with it. Cuts the middle. Shot. Saved by Boyd. And Boyd will cover it. Puck is back. Moline picks it up. Nelson fires it out of the zone. Fergus Falls picks it up in their own zone. Cans goes on the attack. Long ice pass by Fergus Falls. Knocked away by Verstrat. Cans picks it up. Cans brings it down the other ice. Fergus Falls pokes it away. Knocked away by Verstrat. Cans picks it up. Pass over to Weber. Just too far. Icing waved off. Fergus Falls picks it up behind their own net. Weber running on the attack. Pass knocked away by Nelson. Back to Verstrat. Verstrat sends it down in the corner. Puck rings around back. Moline has it. Moline holds the line. Fergus Falls picks it up behind their own net. McCall attacking. Verstrat pinches. Chipped up around Verstrat. Fergus Falls comes down. Moline on defense. Fires a shot. Saved by Boyd. Puck goes behind the net. Fergus Falls pass back to the defense. They'll chip it in the corner. Fergus Falls takes it, fires a shot wide of the net. Another shot, tipped wide by Moline. Puck goes up into the netting. 1:39 left in the first period. We'll have a defensive zone face-off coming up for the Spartacats. Bates will take the draw. Fergus Falls skates around. Shot knocked away by Boyd. Puck comes out in front. Fergus Falls picks it up again. Pass back, fires a shot. Glove saved by Boyd. .113 to go in the period. Risky chips it ahead. Goes back. Walker back to retrieve it. The H chips it ahead. Risky takes it. Fires, saved by Boyd. 30 seconds left in this first period. Still knotted at 0. Wade takes the draw. Focus back to Bolud. Bolud fires it off the glass up to Krisky. Krisky can't get the puck out of the zone. Fergus falls, takes it. Bates sends it the other way. Bates pass over across Krisky. Krisky fires a shot. Saved and covered by Fergus Falls. Turwold sends it to the side. Another shot by Weber. That'll bring us to the end of the first period here of play. Still scoreless through one period. Shots through the first period. 13 for Fergus Falls. 3 for the Spartacats. Spartacats had only one shot until about a minute left in that period. Spartacats come out to line up for the second period of play here. Nelson will take the draw. Weber and Cans on the wings. Verstrat and Walker on defense. Fergus Falls wins the faceoff. Otter's able to keep it in the zone. Nelson chips it ahead. Fergus Falls fires towards the net. Close save by Boyd. Fires a shot from the deep. Shot wide. Weber tries to get it out. Sent into the neutral zone by Weber. Back for Strat, trips it ahead. Cams takes it. For Strat, passes up to Weber. Weber across the red line, dumps it in on goal. Cams battling for it. Weber picks it up. Weber skates around. Trips it ahead. Back to Turvold. Turvold tries to dump it in deep. Blocked by Fergus Falls. Gets around Bliss. Can't handle the puck. Tries to get a pass back to her teammate. Can't find it. Puck goes all the way down the ice. McCall picks it up behind the goal. Pass out front. Weber. Can't get a shot off. Fergus Falls sends it down the ice. Icing waved off. Fergus Falls picks it up behind the net. Bates pass up to Krisky. Krisky brings it down the other way. Krisky goes down. Fergus Falls picks up the puck. Bates shifts it ahead. Bates across the red line, dumps it in deep. Krisky battling for it in the corner. Bates picks it up. Turvold skates in with it. Fires a shot. And she scores! Turvold fires it towards the net. Goes 5-hole. Spartacats go up 1-0. 11:48 left in the second period. Battle in the corner. Fergus Falls comes away with it behind the net. Nelson still battling for it. Strat comes in, forces her off. Nelson picks up the puck. Fergus Falls sends it back into the corner. Nelson turns around, takes it up ice, fires a shot, saved by Boyd. Fergus Falls. Pass out front, fires a shot, glove saved by Boyd. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. Fergus Falls picks it up. Back to Bliss. Bliss fires a shot. It sends it ahead. Fergus Falls flicks it up into their own bench. We'll have a whistle. And a neutral ice face-off here coming up. Bates takes the draw, wins it back to Bliss. Up to Weber, over to Cans, back over to Bates. Bates cuts back. Pass over to Weber. Knocked away by Fergus Falls. Weber picks up the puck, pass back to Bliss. Bliss will chip it off the boards. Fergus falls, can't get it out of the zone. Puck comes back. Walker back to retrieve it in her own zone. Turns up ice. Gets it up to Weber. Weber pass over to Nelson. Nelson up to Cans. Cans tries to drop it back to Weber. Walker tries to get up to Weber, knocked away by Forrest Lake. Puck comes out. Weber picks it up, sends it down ice. Fergus falls, pass the other way, and it'll be offsides against Fergus Falls. 9:22 left in the second period. Spartacats lead 1-0. Nelson takes a draw, wins it back to Kriski. Fergus Falls takes it down the ice. Nelson takes it. Fergus Falls cuts up ice. Back. Turville battling for the puck. Fergus Falls comes away with it. Fires a shot. Saved. Pass out in front. Offer back. Scores. 8:55 left in the second period. Fergus Falls ties it up back at 1. Kriski has a puck. Turville takes it, fires a shot. Puck goes into Fergus Falls bench. We'll have a defensive zone face-off upcoming for the Spartacats. Puck goes into the corner. Walker battling for it. Walker picks it up behind the net. Fergus Falls. Covered by Boyd. $7:58 left in the second period. Bates ties her up. Robinette comes in. Bates picks up the puck. Pass over. Just too far for Weber. Weber pass out in front for Robinette. She scores! Robinette from Weber to put the Spartacats up 2-1. 7:44 left in the second period. Weber dumps it in. Robinette goes to attack. Fergus Falls chips it out. Fergus falls, brings it down. Kept wide by Walker. Walker sends it up ice. Shot tipped. Knocked away by Walker. Fergus falls, takes it. Pass out front. Can't find a stick. Shot goes wide of the net. Bates chips it ahead. Weber forces her off the puck. Robinette picks it up. Passes it out. Can't get it out of the zone. Bates picks it up. Bates skates up out of the zone. Dumps it in. Offsides against the Spartacats. Robinette was changing. We'll have a neutral zone face-off here. 6:27 left. Offsides against Fergus Falls. Fergus Falls chips it ahead. In the zone. Offsides against Fergus Falls. And shot saved by Boyd. Back to the defense. Knocked away by Krisky. Puck comes out. Penalty called against Krisky. Krisky held head to the box for 2 minutes. Roughing. 5:45 left. The second period, Spartacats lead 2-1. Comes back, fires a shot, tip, goes out of the net. Call goes in to pick it up. Puck comes out of the zone. Fergus Falls looks to regroup. Fergus Falls stays on sides, cuts to the middle. Knocked away by Verstrat. Bates chips it up ahead. Gets in shot, saved by Boyd. Another shot, glove saved by Boyd. 1:17 left in the penalty kill for the Spartacats. And another shot goes wide of the net. Fergus Falls fires another shot, saved by Boyd. Weber sends it up the ice, kept in by Fergus Falls. Shot, glove saved by Boyd. 1 minute remaining on the Spartacats penalty kill now. Weber ties her up on the face-off. Fergus Falls pass out front. Nobody's there. Puck comes back to the defense. Goes in the corner. Back to the defense. Walks it in. Shot blocked by Cans. Fergus Falls picks it up in the corner. Fergus Falls skates around with it. Pass back to the defense. Fires a shot. Goes wide of the net. 30 seconds left in the penalty kill. Hands tries to get it out. Puck comes out. Ooh. Rebound shot saved by Boyd. Shot goes wide. Fergus Falls takes it behind the net. Skating with it. Fires a shot. Puck behind the net. Fergus Falls takes it. Looks knocked away by Verstrat. Krisky comes out of the box. Fergus Falls fires it towards the net. Save Weber. Pass up to Krisky. Krisky skating with it. Fires a shot off the post. Yes. Fergus Falls comes in with it. Fergus Falls fires a shot. Weber gets the rebound. Pass up to McCall. Fergus Falls able to hold the line. Back to Bliss. Bliss chips it ahead. Fergus Falls gets it. Poke checked away by Boyd. Nelson sends it up ice. Puck goes wide of the net. Bliss battling for it. Nelson sends it in the corner. Puck comes up to McCall. Taken away by Fergus Falls. Nelson takes it back. Chips it up out of the zone. Fergus Falls picks it up behind their own goal line. Skating down with it. Fergus Falls cuts around one girl. Knocked away by Bliss. McCall gets the puck. Bliss battling for it. Puck comes out in front. Fergus Falls. Shot blocked away. Saved by Boyd. Fergus Falls not able to hold the line. Picks it up. Regains the zone. Fergus Falls fires a shot just high of the net. Pass back, shot fired. Glove down by Boyd. 1:04 left in the second period. Spartacats lead 2-1. Krisky comes down with it. Offsides on the Spartacats. 56 seconds left. Krisky takes the puck down, drop pass to Bates. Bates, pass over to Turbo. Turbo fires a shot. Tipped wide. Bates back to Moline. Moline fires a shot. Blocked by Fergus Falls. Fergus Falls fires a shot. Saved by Boyd. Boyd covers it. And they're taking Robinette to the box. Robinette came in after the whistle. Got a little pushy, and she goes to the box, I guess. So the Spartacats will go on the penalty kill once again. 25 seconds left in the period. Bates wins it up, goes up into the neutral zone. Fergus Falls picks it up in their own defensive zone. Fergus Falls skating around with it. Dumps it into the corner. 10 seconds left in the period. Bowling behind the net, battling for it. And that'll bring us to the end of the second period. Spartacats lead 2-1. Still on the penalty kill for another minute and 35 seconds. Shots through 2 periods. 26 for Fergus Falls. Only 6 for the Spartacats. Spartacats able to hold a 2-1 lead. Line up to start the third period. Nelson, center. Weber on the wings. Walker and Verstrat on defense. Fergus Falls brings it into their own zone. Verstrat able to clear it. Fergus Falls brings it down. Fires a shot. Center mass saved by Boyd. Walker gets the puck up. Shot tipped. Fergus Falls drops around. Pass in front. Well saved by Boyd. Hands, clears the puck. Fergus Falls picks it up in their own zone. Pass ahead, taken away by Cans. Cans loses it. Fergus Falls brings it back the other way. Fergus Falls gets it on turbo, fires a shot, saved by Boyd. .38 seconds left in Robinette's penalty. Bates ties it up. Another shot. Another save by Boyd. Puck is in the corner. Strat. Puck is in. Save. Scrum in front of the net. Turvold comes away with it. Turvold has it in the corner. Robinette, penalty expires. Chrissy comes on the ice. Fergus falls, comes around. Clutch towards the middle. Shot, save, covered by Boyd. Moline fires it out of the zone. Fergus falls, waits, stays on side. Bliss tries to chip it ahead. Battle. Bliss picks it up, tries to get it up to Bates. Fergus falls, fires it towards the net, goes behind the net. Moline picks it up, chips off the glass. Up to Trisky. Fergus falls, able to keep it in the zone. Moline picks it up, fires it up to Cans. Cans can't get it out of the zone. Shot goes wide of the net. Saved by Boyd. 12:18 left in the third period here. Nelson takes the draw. Puck comes in. Shot goes wide of the net. Call taken down. We'll have a penalty coming up against Fergus Falls. Spartacats will head to the power play with 12:08 left. Leading by a score of 2-1. Down. Fergus Falls takes it behind the net into the corner. Fergus Falls skating around with it. Sends it behind the net. Walker picks it up. Tries to ship it ahead. Spartacats able to clear it. Fergus Falls picks it up in their own zone. Cuts up ice. Pass cross ice. Stays in the zone. Puts back. Fires a pass. Knocked away by Weber. Call picks it up. Gets it up to Bates. Weber has it. Weber. Shot. Covered by Fergus Falls. 11:01 left in the game. Spartacats still lead 2-1. Puck goes back. Frisky takes it, fires a shot, saved by Fergus Falls. Turvold fires a shot. And Fergus Falls is offsides. Ten seconds left in the Fergus Falls penalty. Bates lines up to take the face off. Wins it back to Tervold. Tervold skates ahead. Tries to get a pass up to Bates. Taken away by Fergus Falls. Fergus Falls full strength. Tervold skates in with it. Tervold knocks away. Fergus Falls chips it back into the zone. Tervold pass up to Kriske. Puck comes back. Cans has it. Pass out. Fergus Falls has it. Cuts around. Dumps it in the corner. Walker goes back to pick it up. Walker tries to get up to Nelson. Taken away by Fergus Falls. Shot, save. Fergus Falls picks it up in the corner. Puck comes back to Walker. Walker chips it up to Weber. Puck comes out of the zone. And Fergus Falls is offsides. .8:42 left in the third period. Yes, skates around the net. Pass up to Cans. Fergus Falls comes away with it. Fergus Falls skating around. Shot. Can't find the net. Walker chips it up to Weber. Weber pass over to Bliss. Bliss tries to chip it out of the zone. Stepped in by Fergus Falls. Weber passes to Cans. Puck comes out of the zone. Fergus Falls will be offsides. Fergus Falls skates in with it. Fires a shot. It's hip into the corner. Bates passes it to Kriske. Kriske skates around with it. Shot, she scores. Pass out in front, she shoots it far side. Fergus Falls ties it up at 2. 7:37 left in the third period. Fires a shot. Glove save by Fergus Falls. Another shot saved by Fergus Falls. 7:02 remaining in the third period. Fires a shot. Ooh, good chance there for the Spartacats. Covered by Fergus Falls. Opens out. Krisky cuts around it. Bliss fires. Puck comes out in front. Ooh, Krisky had a chance there. Turbo comes into pinch. Bliss picks up the puck. Cuts up ice. Bates able to get it out of the zone. McCall picks up the puck. McCall skating down on a breakaway, fires a shot. Ooh. Fergus Falls comes the other way with it. Puck knocked away by Bliss. Pass out in front, shot saved by Boyd. Fires a shot, saved by Boyd. 5:30 left in the game. Robinette gets it out of the zone. No icing. Fergus Falls picks it up in their own zone. Skates out of the zone with it. Pass up ice. Gets around one girl. Fires a shot. Saved by Boyd. Weber picks up the puck. Skates down the ice. 1-on-1. Weber gets around one girl. Fires a shot. Save. Picked up by Boyd. 4:34 left. Turbo comes up ice. Fergus Falls. Takes it. Fires a shot. Saved by Bates. Bates gets it up to Cans. Fergus falls. Comes down the ice with it. Bates able to clear it. Penalty coming in. And Fergus falls, picks it up. Fergus falls, we'll head to the bench. Egan calls his timeout. 3:21. Spartacats finish their timeout. Walk out in front. Spartacats empty net. They need a win if they want to go to the third place game. Fergus falls. Shifts ahead. Pass out in front. Pass goes out. Defense can't handle it. Spartacats 6-on-4 advantage. Fergus falls. Left all alone. Weber comes down on a back check. Gets it up to Bates. Icing called. Looked like Cans had a stick on it, but they blew an icing. Boyd comes back into the net. Fergus falls, comes in, five shots, he scores. 2:14 left. Fergus falls, scores, puts them up 3-2. 53 seconds left on the Fergus falls penalty kill. Fires a shot. Nelson. Saved by Fergus falls. Boyd heads to the bench again. Walker can't hold the line. Boyd comes back into the net. Nelson skates it up ice. Bates comes on as the extra attacker. Crispy Takes the puck. Pass back to Bates. Fergus Falls full strength. Fires it down the ice. Just missed the net. We'll have an icing against Fergus Falls. 1:07 left in the game. Bates comes in. Battling for the puck. Puck comes in front of the net. Robinette goes after it. First, she scores! Shot from the point tipped. Spartacats tied up. 40 seconds left. And Fergus Falls will call their timeout. Bates takes the draw. Weber moves it up. Fergus Falls comes down the other way with it. Krisky takes it. Boyd heads to the bench. Krisky taken down. No penalty. Spartacats caught offsides. 21 seconds left. Boyd. Empty net. Kansas comes on as the extra attacker. Tie is just as bad as a loss for the Spartacats. Either one gets us in the 5th place game. Kansas hoping to get us to the 3rd place game. Weber takes it back to the Strat. Fergus Falls picks it up. The Strat passes it up. Strat sends it down the ice. Spartacats will walk away with a tie. Final shots on goal, 39 for Fergus Falls, 16 for the Spartacats. Final score of tied 3-3. I believe the Spartacats will be playing in the 5th place game tomorrow sometime. I'll have to look at the schedule.